You've taken your first step into a larger world.
We have begun. The wise words of Obi-Wan Kenobi are the perfect introduction to the 100 Days, 100 Moments countdown. They're also words that I use on a regular basis. Whether it's showing someone a favorite movie of mine that they've never seen, like Star Wars, or teaching a friend a new board game, I use Obi-Wan's declaration of discovery and wonderment as much as possible. 1 down, 99 to go. See you tomorrow, Star Wars fans.
You've taken your first step into a larger world.
Master bargained to an knight. He's no Jedi.
With a sharp-toothed sneer and a dismissive wave of his hand, Bib Fortuna became one of my favorites. He caught our collective attention when he intercepted R2 and 3PO as they entered Jabba's palace, but it was his condescension of Luke's Jedi proclamation that has always stuck with me. It's made all the more entertaining later when Luke influences him without breaking a sweat. Who's no Jedi now, Bib, huh? I invite Bib and the rest of you to come back tomorrow if you really want to see some Jedi.
Master bargained to an knight. He's no Jedi.
Yep, it's the Phantom Menace. There'll be a lot of the Phantom Menace on this list, so consider yourselves warned. My enjoyment of the Phantom Menace is largely nostalgic, and it's weird to use that word in regards to a 16-year-old movie, but being born in 1982, this was my first chance to see new Star Wars up on the big screen. I remember the build-up to the film's release, waiting in line for tickets, and going to the midnight showing. My friend and I even had a lightsaber battle around the theater before the show started. And of all the things I was the most excited about upon first seeing the film was that we really, truly got to see Jedi in action for the first time. I was overwhelmed. In more ways than one, the Phantom Menace is only the beginning. The igniting of a lightsaber is a symbolic action that I'll be returning to time and time again as this countdown moves on. As for my love of the Phantom Menace, well, it may have subsided a bit, and certainly I understand that it's full of problems, both legitimate and projected, but I'll never not watch it as I first did back in 1999.
Echo Base, this is Rogue 2. I found them. Repeat, I found them.
Rogue 2 is very proud of himself, isn't he? Well, I suppose if I had just located 2 of the stars of the rebellion after everyone else had assumed they'd froze to death, I'd be pretty proud of myself too. The way Rogue 2, or as some fans might know him, Zev Seneska, delivers that line has always stuck with me. He's got a great personality and a can-do attitude. The rebellion could use a few more Rogue 2s.
Echo Base, this is Rogue 2. I found them. Repeat, I found them.
I've got to rest before I fall apart. My joints are almost frozen.
No one here, in a galaxy far, far away, or anywhere in between, can complain the way C-3PO can. And this particular complaint is even more bizarre than most. As a kid, I simply took it for a joke. You can't freeze on a desert planet, silly droid. But now, it just drives me crazy. Does he think he's freezing? Can he tell the difference? Is he just desperate for R2 to pay attention to him? Is he ever actually at risk of freezing his joints? If so, what happened when he got to Hoth? Where's that deleted scene? Clearly, ignorance is bliss, and I should just laugh. Oh, you silly protocol droid.
I've got to rest before I fall apart. My joints are almost frozen.
You'll get no such pleasure from us, right?
Han Solo. Rogue? Scoundrel?
Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Who's scruffy looking?
Call him what you will, but you always have to call him confident. Well, almost always. Blame it on the hibernation sickness, but Han's brief lapse in confidence never fails to crack me up. He's trying to project that trademark confidence, but no one's buying it. He even has to prod Chewie into going along with him. Fortunately for Han's friends, as well as his countless fans, he'll have that confidence back in no time.
You'll get no such pleasure from us, right?
What is the relationship between Han Solo and Chewbacca? Are they best friends? A boy and his dog? Workplace proximity associates? I feel like the moment in A New Hope when Han actually pets Chewie should help to define that relationship. So, based on about 2 seconds of screen time, I've decided that Han Solo isn't the envy of most male fans for his bravado, his spaceship, or his ability to get the girl. It's the fact that Han Solo gets the best of both worlds. His best friend and his dog are the same thing. And don't we all wish that we had a dog we could hang out with, drinking and playing games, inside our awesome spaceship? Yes. Yes, we do.
You're a funny little boy.
A week into this countdown seems as good a time as any to remind you that this is my list. It's not meant to be a definitive ranking of Star Wars moments, which is why I get to include this one. Believe me, I hear you. Even though I thoroughly enjoy the prequels, the relationship between Anakin and Padme is lukewarm at best, especially when Anakin is only 10 years old. But as a father of a 2.5-year-old, I find myself saying this several times a day. I'd even said it a dozen or so times before I realized what I was quoting. If nothing else, these awkward scenes gave me something fun to say to my son while he's acting crazy, which is a near constant occurrence.
You're a funny little boy.
I think Jawas are one of the coolest little aliens to grace the screen in the Star Wars saga, and their language is a blast to listen to. That's it, really. No personal meaning, no deep-rooted message, just a cool alien word. We even get to hear it again in Episode 1. Sorry, 3PO. I get where you're coming from, what with them kidnapping you and all, but I don't think they're disgusting creatures. I dig the Jawas, man.
The Techno-Union Army is at your disposal, Count.
I'd better talk quick. There's not a lot of footage to go along with this entry. The EU, legends or otherwise, could certainly deliver an entire history and personality profile on Wat Tambor. But in the films, including his appearances in the Clone Wars, not much is revealed about his character. And I kinda like it that way. This bizarre-looking character comes out of nowhere, helps form the Confederacy of Independent Systems, and then dies? Wat Tambor, I hardly knew you, but I'll never forget how goofy-looking you are.
The Techno-Union Army is at your disposal, Count.